Hey guys, Thetcglover here. I got two things that I want to talk about today. Two kind of strategies, topics that are kind of talked about but not really elaborated on, and it's one of those, well, two of the things that pros in Yu-Gi-Oh! They sort of promote, but they don't exactly talk about it too much to a point where the common population of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players really kind of take it on board. There's two things, and mainly you see it in higher end tournaments, but generally you don't see it all the time, and there's no need to do it all the time, but it's good to have it in the back of your mind when you're playing the game, and especially in tournaments, and you're trying to optimize the chances of you winning. The first thing I want to talk about is passing your turn without making any plays. If you go first, right, obviously you draw for your 6th card. If you have a Gauze in your hand or you have Yugioh, right, there is no way that Yugioh or Gauze is going to get stopped. There is no need to worry about that kind of thing. If you pass your turn and don't make any plays, on game 1 you don't give off your deck. It makes them worry, thinking, oh yeah, I can't push because you're going to have Gauze, so you're going to have to stop their plays. And if they do that, they're going to be committing a lot, and if you've got Heavy Storm in your hand, then you can basically just wipe their whole resources off completely. There's just so many things you can do just by doing absolutely nothing. Even if you don't have it in your hand, that feel of like, oh my god, he might actually have like a Gauze, you know, because if they have ways to get rid of Gauze, then that's obviously good for them. But if they don't, and they go all out, and then you realize that you Gauze them, and then they don't have ways to get rid of it, then they completely fell into it, and you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to give off your deck either. You go straight into game 2, they think the only card that they know that you have is like a Heavy Storm and a Gauze, and that is it. It seems really risky to do it mid-game, because by that point there's a difference in advantage on either side, but generally you can pass. If you do it in the right way, you can pass your turn without worrying that they're going to do anything. It just makes sense when you do it though, to kind of like make it really like blatant that you're going to drop a Gauze or something, or if you lie to yourself and you make it look like you don't have one, and they think, oh yeah, he's probably lying, then you can really take advantage of them in a way that you can just, no, I can't go, you go, and then they go, and then you just drop Gauze, and that's it, done. The second thing I want to talk about is scooping up game 1. Joe from Auto Reality Games, he talked about this in an article that he did the other day, about when you go into game 1 and you lose the die roll, or even if you win the die roll, whatever, and you open up really bad, and your hand's like, you know, 2 Cabazals, 2 Sabersaurus, and like a Macrocosmos and some stuff. Basically they've got the nuts, you don't, right? And you go game 1, you go first, and you know that you have absolutely no way of winning this unless of course they open worse than you, but you basically open the worst hand you could possibly imagine. So it's like, are you really going to try and fight to win this round? You know, if you've got really crappy cards, and you could draw into Guayaba and you could start doing plays, but really, wouldn't you rather just not win, right? Scoop up your cards. If they go like, okay, we're gonna go Deep Sea Diva, summon Marksman, attack, do loads of shenanigans and get loads of advantage, and you just got nothing, you just pass your turn and that's it. Wouldn't it be best to just completely scoop and not show your deck? You know, they have to go into game 2 with absolutely no idea. You start game 2 and you go first, and you obviously open up with Rabbit, or you open up with Tour Guide or whatever, so you actually have a much more optimal play. They don't have sides against you, you know, they're not going to side in their Maxis or Veilers, they don't know what you're playing. So doesn't it make sense to scoop up game 1 sometimes? You know, it seems silly to, if you're playing in a YCS where you only have to lose 2 rounds to go out, but doesn't it make sense that you can just like realize, you know, you look at what your hand is capable of, you look at what the field's looking like, and you realize that you can't win, or you realize that if you do try and win, is it worth giving off what your deck can do to your opponent so that they can side better against you? What is the point of that? And that is pretty much it. I would love it if you guys commented down below and tell me how you felt about passing your turn without making plays, psychologically speaking, and scooping up game 1 or game 2 even, if you know you're not going to win. It's pretty much a discussion video this time, so I think it's worth talking about. So yeah, make sure to like, share, I can't even remember the amount of them anymore, subscribe, definitely subscribe. Yeah, so until next time guys, Thetcglover is out.